Aubrey Drake Graham, Canadian singer, songwriter, and actor. Yeah, mention he's Canadian. Uh, Considered to be one of the greatest hip hop acts of the 2000s, pretty much. And came up very interestingly because of the Degrassi background. A lot of people doubted him. I mean, he even says at one point, who the fuck is going to believe in this Jewish Canadian light-skinned guy who does R&B and raps and da-da-da-da-da, you know? So he, from the beginning of his career, from the start of his career, he always was looked at a certain way, had a stigma on him, you know what I mean? But still considered, you know, one of the best. Billboard actually named him the artist of the 2010s era type of deal. And I think this was around the time too when he, you know, that picture of him holding 13 Billboard Award. Like, I think that was around that same time too, either a couple years before, a couple years after. I'm not really for sure. But it's just to prove to you that Drake has been very, very influential in this hip hop rap genre and dancehall and a bit of pop as well, you know? So we got to give it to him for that. The RIAA actually got this motherfucker selling 245 million records. So that's like the most out of everybody ever, especially in this class. And I think they put him as like the 16th greatest artist ever on like the greatest artist ever list. So Drake is one of those people where it's like, you talk about him, he has a considerable amount of accolades that you can look at and be like, wow, you know, he might got it. You know, all except for some Grammys though. He got a lot of accolades, but he ain't got a lot of Grammys, right? I think I got like 4 or 5 of them. But I feel like Drake personally, as he was getting these other accomplishments, awards, things that acknowledge his greatness, I think he just cared a little bit less and less about, you know, the Grammys as a whole, to be real with you. Okay, and around, I said what, 2010, 9-10-ish, he drops Thank Me Later, which hits the Billboard 200 charts. All right. And this album, this is Drake's own word, this was his most industry sought out. Like, he wanted to be a part of the industry. You know, this is his most industrial album that Drake claims is his most industrial album, not me. And I underliningly feel like he was telling us to, and I might be wrong, but he started to use ghostwriters, or he started to use people to help him with songs more. Because I do feel like Drake at one point was writing his own shit, but I felt like he wanted to be number one so bad that he kind of got lost on what it took. So he just was doing whatever, you know, give me these songs, give me this. Yep, I take it from him. It don't even fucking matter. You know, I could slowly see him turning into the karaoke artist that we call him. But I could just see it coming from him being wanting to be number one. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was his most industry album, right? Then he comes out with what people call his classic album, Take Care, right? 2011. A lot of hits on there, especially with fucking Rihanna, right? Then he comes out with Nothing Was the Same. This personally was the album that made me pay attention to Drake's lyrical ability a bit more. But Take Care was still people's classics at the time. And Nothing Was the Same definitely had a lot more subliminals. You could definitely tell there was a change in Drake's, like, in like the way he's looking at the game and how people are looking at him. And I think he's starting to realize here that that stigma probably ain't gonna leave. So I'm gonna come out with a different sound. Or if I don't come out with a different sound, I'm gonna talk differently. A lot of people noticed that Drake was talking differently. Oh, Nothing Was the Same too, for real. Then he came out with Scorpion, and I think Honestly Never Mind, and I think For All the Dogs. And so Scorpion was the hype. Take Care was the classic, but then Scorpion, to me, was the hype. Might have been views. But I'm talking about like every song, right, on there was damn near a certified hit. Like you can go to Scorpion right now and almost all those songs have like 50 million, 100 million streams, whatever the fuck, right? So to me, Scorpion was the height of, his career. Or that's what a lot of people would say too, and you could still continue to see the transformation of Drake trying to get away from the stigma that first started with him in his career. He's a little quirky, a little weird. Now, I wouldn't say lame, but it was like you don't have that cool factor of like when I'm looking at you, you don't have the cool factor of a rapper. So you have to add things to yourself. It's like he was almost taking that it's not in you, it's on you, but it was the other way. It's on you, but it ain't in you, Drake, right? So I think he was taking a lot of that shit to heart around this time when he was dropping these okay albums. You know what I'm saying? With chart-topping songs like Best I Ever Had, One Dance, Take Care, Just Hold On, We Coming Home. Even the song No Key, I don't really like that. First Person Shooter. All these different songs was feeding Drake's ego, man. That's how I feel. Like, why he's suing and all that. All of these songs have a small part to play in this man's egotistical issues, man. Tootsie Slide, God's Plan, Rich Flex. Like, a lot of hits, man. But I think that shit just was not helping. Hold on, let me find some. I know you got some more. Fucking Jimmy Cook, Started From the Bottom, In My Feelings. All right, that's it, right? All of these songs. And you can see some of these songs too. He's throwing subliminal shots at people or he's doing shit deliberately to piss niggas off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all these accolades, bro, from 2009 up to basically 2020, 21. And then people start to say that your career is doing whatever. Why, nigga? Why, bro? Now, fuck the hits. Fuck the accolades. Fuck everything, right? I pointed all that out to let y'all know I'm not somebody who's trying to make you think differently about like when that accomplishment happened, how you felt during the time. I'm letting you know that this whole buildup is leading to this now. He has been getting, for 14 years, right? He's been number one for like a while. And if a lot of people want to try to say Drake never ran hip hop, man, whatever the fuck, it was a lot of niggas sounding like this nigga, especially coming out of Canada. And it was niggas in America adopting that lo-fi sound and all that. So we ain't gonna do that, right? Even though half the time Drake probably wasn't writing the shit, he still influenced it because he made that sound popular. He coined the shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna take that from him. But you got all these accolades, and yet you're suing as a promotional tactic. Drake does not care about Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song other than it annoying the fuck out of him, right? Drake, and just hear me out, Drake doesn't care about UMG per se. Like, he does, but he doesn't in the sense of what I'm about to state. Drake doesn't care about the opinions of people like myself and others. Drake doesn't even care about the YouTube content creators, or Joe Budden, or fucking Ja Morant, or fucking LeBron James, or whoever else he's dealing with. He has been number one for so long that I literally think he's using the court system as a promotional tool to continue to push his name. That's it. Drake has been number one for so long, I feel like he's wanting to find the worst way to keep himself in the blogs so we can just continue to say, if we see Drake's name, oh, well, let's go check out his music. And I just think that is backfiring now. You know what I'm saying? You got so many people who are executives, used to work in the industry, people who are lawyers, used to be lawyers, people who are artists, used to be artists, all are coming and saying like, bro, why are you going against freedom of speech? You dumb son of a bitch. Why are you going against freedom of speech? That makes no sense. So it went from Kendrick versus Drake, Drake versus the industry, Drake versus everybody, Drake versus himself, because you're only fucking with yourself. My granddaddy told me that. You think you fucking with me, you only fucking with yourself. You get what I'm saying? This is not going to bode well for your legacy. Your legacy is cooked. It's done. You deliberately, unknowingly too, you deliberately made Not Like Us arguably the best diss track that people have heard because of you, Soulja Boy. Shout out Son Campbell. Because of you, Soulja Boy. So, you even stole from Soulja Boy. That's neither here nor there. You have to live with the fact that you lost. Period. Goddamn. Fucking whistling. Anyway, you have to take the loss. Her loss. Your loss. Drake loss. Everybody didn't lose, nigga. You did. You lost, homie. Now, Drake, this shit going from you saying that certain people said this. Nigga, now you damn near are finna have the government come at you. Like, homie, you're going against freedom of speech. Yo, Drake, you're going against freedom of speech. You're not just going against rap no more. You're going against, like, America. What the fuck are you? You're going against America. So the Not Like Us song is even more. Like, Drake, how could you not see that you are easily making yourself a joke for people to actually have, like, some merit behind the joke? Like, y'all know that saying where it says it's a little bit, the joke got to be funny to have a little bit of truth in it. Well, you tell a joke about Drake, it might be all the way fucking true because it's not. Bro, you're going against the fabric of, like, the Constitution of America. Because of a song. Because of a rap song. Bro, you literally just made Kendrick bigger than everybody. Like, Kendrick has the most listeners over everybody, over pop artists, over everybody. Because of you, Soulja Boy. Like, nigga, you're going against American rights. I can't believe I'm saying this shit. Because you are an actor, a rapper, and an artist, bro. You have no business challenging the what the fuck? Hey, man, I'm done, man. Y'all pray for Drake, man. That should be a hashtag. Hashtag pray for Drake, man. Peekaboo. I just got some diamonds in my chain. Peekaboo. 84 is like a Kobe game.